Can you hear me? Oh, I forgot my hat. Oh, shit. Yeah, awesome. Okay. Give me a few seconds. I was not quite paying attention. I'm sorry. I was quickly trying to make a picture of Dumptruck so I could add him to the screen. So give me a few seconds to add him in here. How big is he? Oh, he's pretty big. We better shrink him. Is it shift or command? We'll find out. Oh, it's command. So there's Dumptruck. We'll put him. Should we put him there? Put him on the bottom. I'll put him down the bottom. Dumptruck. Yeah, he's looking good down there, isn't he? Okay, so yeah. So remember how I got told I could have a familiar at Brackroot Academy when the Kiraru came and delivered the notification that I was good for magic and needed to go to some magic school. And they said, you know, you can bring a domestic creature, domesticated creature, with you. But it didn't really have. We kind of forgot him. I was like, yep, totally bringing a cat. But yeah, so I had bought this before even streaming. But I thought it was a standalone kind of thing. But it turns out it's not. This is called Learned Creatures. It's a familiar expansion for Tangled Blessings. Little cat. By K. Marlowe Allen. So anyway, let us have a look at what we're doing with Dumptruck. So it says to start here. Welcome, little ones. So this part is we are playing as the part of Dumptruck, which is pretty cool. So not only do we have Hazel and her rival Perry Hodder, but we also have the Dumptruck. The Dumptruck. That's funny. So it says students at Brackroot Academy are allowed a domestic pet. For the next 4 years, you'll live at Brackroot as they study the arcane arts, connecting them to the normal lives they left behind. But Brackroot is a crucible, and nothing, not even a humble beast, emerges unchanged. So we will, it says to use this expansion alongside Tangled Blessings to portray both the student and the familiar. You'll need the basic game to play, which we have. And after we define our student, we were supposed to draw one card from each of the minor arcana decks to get your familiar options. And then you could pick one from there. But of course, I'm picking a cat because cats are cool. But if we had, we would have, we could have drawn these options. So if we so is this and keep the card you choose, because that card could come in handy later on in play. So we'll just grab out an odd one from the Pentacles. Which one's this Pentacles? I will shuffle them and wait until I grab an odd one, because that sounds fair, right? I'm not good at shuffling. If you, I reckon I'm okay, but Trogs reckons I shuffle really shittily. 8. That's not an odd. No, it's not an odd. That's not an odd. 7 of Pentacles. There we go. So we'll put that aside. That's Dumptruck's card. That'll come into play later. Right, I'll put the Pentacles back over here. Alright. And so from there we play. So for each year there is also something happens for Dumptruck. So the sequences are familiar. You've spent 4 years at the academy. You'll recall memories from all 4 years. So you follow the student sequence to draw the minor arcana cards for each year. and read the associated prompts. After making the student's journal entry for a prompt, draw a second major arcana card. Use this card to inspire the familiar's memory of the same event and how did your student's choices or feelings affect you, or follow the year's rules for answering. Follow the rival sequence to draw more minor arcana cards, and then draw one final major arcana card to answer the familiar's year-end question. So, because we can level up Dumptruck as well as we go. So we'll have to go back through Hazel's stuff and have Dumptruck react to Hazel's things. But what I want to do quickly is just explain a little bit about Dumptruck's background. So we've said that Grandpa Hazel has a lot of cats around at his place where he's near a fishing hole, and he probably has a workshop of some kind out back, and he does, he's good with his hands, he's a hard man, salt of the earth kind of thing. So I think that Dumptruck's story is that there was a literal dump truck of dirt that he was getting delivered, and when the dump truck tilted up and dumped the dirt, this little kitten fell out with it, and that's how Grandpa Hazel decided to name him Dumptruck. And from there, I'm talking a lot and too fast. From there, Dumptruck grew up a little bit. We'll say he probably went from kitten to catten stage, so maybe anywhere between 6 months to a year. And he would follow Hazel around whenever Hazel was there. So before Hazel went to Brackroot Academy, she stayed with Grandpa Hazel to spend some time with him before she went away for the year. And I think that Dumptruck snuck into her luggage, and she didn't find this out until she was already at Brackroot Academy, and she had to let Grandpa know, like, Dumptruck's with me, don't worry, I'll look after him, they're fine with him being here, and I'll bring him back at the end of year when I come and visit. Don't worry, I'll take good care of him. He can keep me company. That kind of thing. So, for what do we do? Yeah. Year 1, which was wands. Yep, so we've already done the wands. It says for each prompt, describe your memory in 3 words or fewer. You can only use words that relate to your 5 senses. Alright. So, let's see what happened in year 1 for Hazel. So Hazel's year 1, let's see, she was manipulating time to grow plants faster, and she was inadvertently sabotaged by Buddhist McChipper, who's seen their clone, who was apparently made from plant matter, and accidentally got really, really aged to like old man. And it was an unintentional sabotage. Okay, so I think that the way that Hazel found out was that Dumptruck went missing. And so when she found Dumptruck, she found him with Buddhists, both Buddhists. And that was how that happened. So I'm going to add in a little note underneath for Dumptruck. And Dumptruck got lost and was found with both Buddhists, which is how Hazel learned of the clone. And from Dumptruck's point of view, describe his memory in 3 words or fewer. You can use only words that relate to his 5 senses. 5. 5 senses. 3 words. 3 words is so hard. How do you describe this in 3 words? What about 5 senses? So that's what? Smell, hear, taste, touch. Smell, hear, taste, touch. What's the other one? See. I don't know if I can do it in 3 words. With effort. Thanks, Dixon. I would say he might have been... I think he might be black. Because he tasted the plant clone. Black. So that's taste. Maybe Burtis is known for carrying catnip. So he smelled what would he think catnip smelled like? Tingly, zoomy, wee, black, we'll call it the tingly tea. Tingly. Maybe the clone was made from catnip. That's why. Tingly. The clone contained catnip. Plant stuff. Okay, so tingly, block, and then maybe I want to say happy, but that's not really a sense, is it? Because he'd be like happy to find that black. Oh, I've got tingly and black. It's easier to come up with 2 than 3. Tingly. Fuzzy? No. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. We'll move on from there, though. But tingly blick. Anyway, we'll move on. Then she wanted to show... She felt like she wanted to show to the lake to Grandpa because... No, the whole school to Grandpa because... there are cats here, and including Dumptruck, and then there's also the Whispering Lake. It looks like it says Whispering Cake. Anyway, so Dumptruck doesn't really play into this, does he? But maybe she talks to Dumptruck about Grandpa and how he would like this place. She misses him. Another sense. That's really hard to... 3 senses to define. Maybe the food is yummy. Yum. Likes the feel of the scritches from Hazel, and yeah, 2 is so much easier than 3. Okay, let's move on to card prompt 3. No, it was the alchemical properties one. Okay, with Dickie the 16th, perceptive and anxious. Thanks, night classes, ego. Why do I think? Okay. I think I think that Dumptruck picked up on her anxiousness. Around this person. About and around Dickie. And I think that all he could really do though is to sit with her and purr and could do is the emotional support Dumptruck. With her and purr is an emotional support Dumptruck. Again, the senses don't really help here. Senses. Scritches. Probably like the warmth. Maybe this is going to sound weird. He likes the taste of her tears because they're nice and salty. So yummy tears. But I guess he doesn't really want her to cry. Does he? Oops. I've just scrolled down enough. Okay. So the end of year. Where did I put the end of year for? Year 1. Holiday between. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so for Dumptruck, it says year in question. What sensation does the magic of Brackroot make you feel? So what does the magic feel like? Put Dumptruck in here. What sensation? How does the magic of Brackroot make you feel? So he feels. Does it feel nice? Does it feel prickly? Does it feel static? Is it tasty? It's like. Or is it a warmth? Or does it feel like a sunbeam? I mean, if it makes him feel prickly, why does he want to be there? Maybe. I think he just really likes how it feels to be with Hazel. But what does the magic? Is it a constant feeling? Maybe it's not a constant feeling. Maybe it ebbs and flows. And I think it has all sorts of different tastes and feels because there's got to be all sorts of different magic. He feels pretty. There's got to be all sorts of different magic being flung around there. I think sometimes is tasty, sometimes warm like a sunbeam, sometimes prickly like fur being rubbed the wrong way. Sometimes is loud. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, let's move on to year 2. Alright, year 2. So for each prompt we did 5 words or fewer. You can now use words that describe your sensory and or emotional experience. Here we go. Emotional experience. Emotional damage. Okay. So we go back through Hazel's year 2. The runes found carved on the floor under the bed to imbue with fear. So I think Dumptruck is the one that found these runes. I think he was playing under the bed. playing under the bed. Maybe he stole something with Hazel's hair ties. All of Hazel's hair ties. And she had to go and afterwards after him and found the runes. Okay, so yeah, so Dumptruck is the reason how Hazel found out a lot of things. Dumptruck's very handy. So how did Dumptruck feel about this? The memory in 5 words of fewer. To describe your sensory and or emotional experience. Okay, he might have found some fear under there as well. So maybe maybe dark, hiss, dark, cold, hiss, and then warmth, and safe, because obviously Hazel found it and fixed it and hugged him, and he feels all good now. Okay, next one. So the students go missing over a few weeks. Okay, found at a clearing in the Forbidden Forest. There's a pillar. When a student is removed, it shatters and the students are freed. What do the students remember? And they thought they were following a friend of them or something. Don't remember who the friend was. How did the instructions? Just a new rule instituted. I'm not sure about this one. It doesn't seem like Dumptruck was involved at all in this one. Dumptruck wasn't involved, but Oh, I found of a way he could have been involved. What if he somehow picked the next students that would go missing? You know, like the cat that turns up on the bed in the old folks' home or the hospital of who's going to die next or something. But it just turns out that I don't know if it's that they have a nice smell or if they have a slightly warmer temperature before they die or something, and so the cat wants to sleep with them. So it wasn't involved, but or did he try following them? Or maybe he stopped her getting Dumptruck, foiled, inadvertently? I don't know. Well, no, maybe he did on purpose. We don't know yet. Foiled some attempts to get Hazel to the pillar. By tripping her up, I would say. By either winding around her legs and tripping her, or smacking her on the face. Yeah. So what would he have felt? He would have been like, he would have felt something was wrong. But how would it have been wrong? So maybe the taste in the air was the wrong. So, yucky. Yucky. Neglected. Not really a word we can use there. Yucky. Yeah, we'll go with blick, since we've used blick before. Blick. Maybe there was a cold sensation. Blick, cold. Scared. Smack. Happy. Because attention again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that one's cool. Found the secret passages and hidden rooms. One room contains the magical artifact. Well, obviously, Dumptruck is one reason why they found the magical room, right? Dumptruck. Went missing one day and meowed in a wall. It could be heard meowing in a wall. Meowing in a wall. And Hazel had to find out how to get to him. And that is how she found the first secret passage. So Dumptruck would have been like curious. Maybe dark. But numb smell or taste. Lost would have been alone. Call for help. Cry. Reunited. Happy. There we go. Okay, the year end was, what uncanny skill or ability have you developed this year? So, what do we think? Can he talk? It's kind of what I want to give him. Year end. Okay, so Dumptruck. What uncanny skill or ability have you developed this year? I think talking is a good one. And now, speak. Okay, and so when we get to year 3, the end of, we're at year 3 now, so we'll have to incorporate in remember to incorporate in Dumptruck. Yay! Alright, so I will change that to this one. And where did I put it? Shut that. Close this. Open that. Okay. Alright. Year 3. Pentacles. Oh, I should make that smaller. That's huge. Let's get rid of the thumbnails. Okay, still huge. Alright, what is it? Pentacles, which is where we just got Dumptruck from. So let's roll for Hazel. I almost feel like we should do Perry first because the second person always seems to get the better end of the stick, hey? Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3 for Hazel. First card is the Queen of Pentacles. So, where is the Queen? The Queen of Pentacles. This year marked a very special occasion, the Super Pure Blood Moon. This lunar eclipse event sparked controversy among all. Some said that it was the best to ignore all rituals this day and to engage magically with the moon during the event would evoke dark magic and summon spectres from the grave. Others claimed that this was the perfect time to unlock deeper magic within, and that dancing by the lake, unclothed, promised years of refined and precise casting. Did you participate in any blood moon activities, and how did the mood on campus change once it was over? Did we run around and dance? What? You want Perry to get a familiar? It's a large wad of cash. Okay. Card prompt 1. So it was the Queen of Pentacles. And it is the super pure blood moon. So what did we do? Did we eat moon pies? Did we have a sleepover? Oh, hang on. I keep thinking that we're... Hi, Marina. Trixie Bell, I know. Yes, sneaky dancing. I kind of think that 22... Actually, should be 23 now. 23-year-old Hazel would probably be, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get drunk. And dance naked. In the super pure blood moonlight along the lake. By the lake. At the lake. Whatever. Are there other people there too? I think there probably are other people there. Do you think Perry's there? Or should we not give him this? And also, where's Dumptruck during all of this? Something to think about later. So what else is it what you have to say? What did you participate in any of the Blood Moon activities, and how did the mood on campus change once it was over? I think the mood is a bit hard to say. Marina says, I'm sure I did that in Australia in my 20s. Fun time and Nimbin. Dixon says Dumptruck is in the corner of the naked is in the center of the naked dancing. You feel like you look like those hairless cats. It's not good. Put fur back on. Okay. The mood. I guess the mood depends on if people. It's a bit hard to say because wasn't people been doing their own thing for the ritual? This might be some that might be trying to do, things for the dark magics, and some that are doing things, secretly elsewhere, or there's more people dancing in the moonlight, people eating moon pies, having barbecues. Do you think they had the day off? I think they give everyone the day off. Everyone had the day off to decide to celebrate or not celebrate, how they see fit, to deal with it individually. And I think the mood is, I think it's a good mood, unless something happened. Overall mood at the academy the morning after is hungover. Hungover. But mostly good. Yeah, I think people had a good time, except for those who were doing the blood rituals or whatever. Dumptruck? What did Dumptruck do? Dumptruck. Oh, hang on. I gotta look up how many words he can use. Each prompt, describe your memory in one sentence, and he can now use any words. Dumptruck. I think he might have felt the magical energies, but he also might have been weirded out by everyone being furless. Yeah? The air is weird, but the furless ones were weirder. It says fearless. Furless ones were weirder. There we go. Okay, card prompt 2. That was an okay card prompt. Ooh, we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is... Oh, I forgot to move him. It says the fountain at the center of the campus courtyard supposedly grants wishes, and a group of your friends dared you to make one. They all made wishes as well, each tossing in a coin of pure silver. Your friends didn't notice, but you saw that all the reflections in the water had red eyes. Briefly, your reflections detached from your bodies and picked up the tossed coins. Your friends' reflections handed their coins to yours. And when you opened your real palm, you found the once tossed coins covered in blood. What did you wish for, and what did you do with the coins? The fuck? Okay. Okay. What did I wish for? So the King of Pentacles. Wishing fountain. Where reflections pick up the tossed coins, hand them to your reflection, and they are in your hand, bloodied. Are all my friends gonna die so my wish can come true? Okay, what wished for? What would she wish for? Obviously, she wishes to win the rivalry, right? The competition, so that she's set for life. That would be the obvious one. But what else has she got going on in life? She's got Grandpa Hazel back at home. And she's got Dumptruck who can now talk. Which is probably causing her more havoc, but I guess that's not really a problem. Is Grandpa doing okay at home? I think he's doing alright. So I guess really that she wished, but would she wish for romance? Would she be more concerned about her life outside of romance? I think the obvious answer is the boring one, and that's to win against Perry Hodder. To be victorious over Perry Hodder. And the other comment was, what did I do with the coins? I need to scroll up so you guys can see this. Oh no, it is not. I need to refresh it somehow. Let's refresh. Restart capture. Okay. That was interesting. What did I do with the bloody coins? What did I do with them? What did Hazel do with the bloody coins? Did she keep them? Did she wash them? Did she bury them? Did she give them back? Did she tell anyone about it? Who would she have told? I think we also need to pick out some friends from her. So, I guess we're gonna roll some major arcana. Where's the major arcana cards? Oh, they're over here. We're gonna she used them to bet on herself to win the competition. What? Blood money? Okay. Alright. I think we've used that card before. Oh, who's the death card? Who is the death card? And of course, guess who hasn't looked up what these cards mean? In the Wikipedia, we have to go to the tarot card. Tarot card. Death. That is 13. So number 13 is, which you've told, she'd told a teacher or someone on the faculty. Oh. The instructor of necromancy always brings bad news. Okay. Should we generate a student instead? Okay. Okay. Interesting. What house am I in again? I am in the... I can't remember. Where does it say? Kitty cats, cleverness, unemployed, negligence. I can't remember. I've forgotten. Does anyone remember what house my character was in? Yeah, doesn't Ravenclaw. Shush you. Answer the question properly. I remember I changed it. Let's look back through the book. What looks familiar? Oh, House of the Elements, that's right. So, I could have a friend who is from the Panthers, which is it the same as Perry's? Is Perry from the Panthers? Yes. So, maybe she keeps me informed on what Perry's up to. Okay. Friends. But she lied, apparently, as to what house the speaking gem put her in. And I would say she's nervous, and she's also related to the groundskeeper. So that's the friend. Nervous, lied about which house the speaking gem put her in, is in Panthers. Is the daughter of the groundskeeper. I think she probably revealed that secret, that she lied, that she... What's in there? Maybe... she needs a name. You got a name, anyone? We could just call her Raven. Okay, that's one friend. We should probably have a couple more. So Raven. I'll pick another card. The Wheel of Fortune. I'll look up what one that is. Give me a second. Wheel of Fortune tarot card. The 10th card. Okay. So, card number 10 is Elements, Recruits Coming to the Academy. No, we've already done that one. Oh, we could say that Hazel was friends with that one. That one could have been... Okay, so Raven actually is in the Elements, but she should have been in the Panthers. And remember how Perry did a deal with a guy? Because they wanted to leave? Rufus LaBouche regrets coming to the academy and he wants out, and Perry said he would help him if he got him the ingredients for their potion. I think Perry didn't get him out of the academy. So what's his name? Rufus LaBouche. So he's become friends with me because he is not friends with Perry anymore. Well, doesn't like Perry anymore. Okay, so with Rufus LaBouche, So what was he? Doesn't want to be in the academy. And made a deal with Perry to get out, but it didn't work. Is now friends with Hazel. So maybe his wish is to still get out. Or is he matured? What do you think? And I'll also do another friend. We've got the star. Do. Oh, it is 17. Number 17. Okay, someone who is messy and good intentioned, always willing to try new things. I guess this is our Ron. Who is in the Dahlias. Oh, they can read minds. It's their secret. Should we call them Don? Or Aaron? We'll call them they. We'll call them Ronnie. Ronnie is, what did I say? Messy and good-natured. Always up for something new. Secret is they can read minds. And we... what house are they in? They're Dahlias. So I got friends from other houses. This is good. And yeah, friend from other house, so the Dahlias. What did they wish for? I want to know what everyone wished for. Can you guys come up with something? No, we're going with Ronnie Dixon. So we need a wish for Raven. Maybe she wants to be a different kind of person. She doesn't want to be a leader like the Panthers usually are. She wants to be, or maybe she does want to be a leader. She doesn't think she could be a leader. Probably she's nervous. She wants to not be nervous. Maybe she wants Perry hotter. What do we think? And then we also have Rufus. Does he still want to get out? This is their 3rd year now. It was the first year that he asked Perry to get him out of the academy. Does he still want to get out of the academy, or does he want to prove himself? Do you want to wave, Trogs? Trog says hi. I wonder if Marion is still watching, if she saw that. Yeah, does Rufus still want to get out, or does Rufus? Yes, but he wants to eliminate some teachers first since they forced him to stay there. Wow! That's right, because is Rufus the one who killed someone? Who was the one who murdered someone? Let's go back and look for that. Someone had a secret. I'll do a control F. Murder. Okay, no, it was Dickie. Dickie who murdered someone. Okay. Okay, so, wow, Rufus's wish is out, but this is like school shootings. This is not good, Dixon. Eliminate or humiliate? Let's go with humiliate. That's less school shooty. It's not good. Does Raven want Perry Hodder? Bifurcate? Oh my god. Marina says hi. Dixon is doing weird things. Or is Raven selfless and she wants Hazel to get with Perry? Or does she like Rufus? She wants she's selfless. So her wish is for Rufus to be happy. And enjoy his time at the academy. Aww. And what about Ronnie? Ronnie, messy, good-natured, always up for something new, secrets they can read minds. Maybe he wants all of their friends to, Dixon is tired and possibly violent. Oh, Dixon. Ronnie would probably know, since they can read minds, that we have bloody coins. So, would Ronnie approach us about that separately later? Ronnie would know everyone's wishes. Ronnie would know that Raven wants Rufus to be happy and enjoy his time in the academy. Ronnie would also know that Rufus... Oh my god, all their names start with R. Rufus is... Hazel's the odd one out. Rufus wants to humiliate the people in the academy. I think he would wish for everyone else's wishes. They would wish for everyone else's wishes to come true. Their friends' wishes to come true. Oh, they are so good-natured. Okay. What do the body coins? Does Ronnie say anything? Is there a professor that would be suited? Because at the moment, that death card pulls up the instructor of necromancy, but would something be better suited? Curses, security, divination, beast tamer, groundskeeper, enchantments, occult. I kind of think the instructor of necromancy would be cool to meet, though. Maybe Hazel, for some reason, gets along with the instructor from necromancy. Maybe he reminds her of Grandpa. I need a name for the instructor. Instructor of necromancy reminds her of Grandpa. And they always bring bad news for some reason, but also they're somber and reliable, and it has intensely dark eyes. Favorite instructor. Necromancy. Okay. And what did they say to do? Let's look at the Death Tarot card information. To see what they recommend, if there's anything there. Maybe we have to bury it in a grave or something, or melt them down. Or put them back in the well. A change of thinking from an old way into a new way. The horse Death is riding is stepping over a prone king, which symbolizes that not even royalty can stop change. So, end, mortality, destruction, corruption, the loss of a benefactor, made a failure of marriage projects, inertia, sleep, lethargy, petrification, somnambulism, hope destroyed. I think they decide to together to wash the coins and put them back in. I think he wants the instructor wants to see this happen. You decide to wash the coins and put them in the fountain to see if anything happens, to see what happens. Does anything happen? Let's roll a d6. Even something happens. No, it's odd. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing seems to happen. So we'll leave the coins there. The theory being that they're working under is that all of the coins were given to Hazel, implying that Hazel's wish was the only one that would come true, probably at the detriment of her friends. But they're working on the theory by putting all of the coins back in there after having washed the blood off them, that perhaps that won't happen. And maybe the wishes of all of them might come true. So, Dumptruck. Probably watch the whole thing happen. Sat on the edge of the fountain. And maybe bad at the water. Had a sip. Lapped up some of it. I think, so he would maybe, say that, one sentence. What's his sentence? He would say, maybe, the water tastes bloody. The water tastes bad. Like, you know how they don't like. Dumptruck looked in the fountain after the coins were put back and spotted the reflections before they could cause. Ah, yeah, I like that. And battered, spotted the reflections before they could. So again, yeah. Dumptruck thinks water is bad. This water is bad. Don't drink it. Has gone bad. Okay, so card prompt 3. The last card is the 2 of Pentacles. So let's go back to the PDF and see what the Two of Pentacles is. Oh no, it's not refreshed. Wow. Okay. Let's refresh the page. Restart capture. Oh no. I can't restart the capture. Because I clicked the wrong thing. Here we go. What is going on? Oh no, it's too tiny. Wow. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Why so little? Anyway, the Two of is that Pentacles? Yep, Pentacles. You attended a private club as a trial guest. Your written invitation indicated that if you behaved, you might be invited as a permanent member, where you would enjoy the constant support of club members. During the outdoor event, everyone wore white, featureless masks. A skeleton was on full display for the duration, with members on stage bowing and chanting to it. At the end, the skeleton raised a single hand and pointed at you. What did your research reveal about this group, and did you wish to join as a lifelong member? What? Oh my god. Two of Pentacles. What on earth? Okay. Okay, sounds like a cult, doesn't it? But I mean, it could also be something that the necromancy teacher recommended me for, but it's like, or maybe they warned me away from them. I mean, oh, I didn't read what else you wrote there, Dixon. You said, but he also knows that they're all cursed for making the wishes, so this is the only way to break the curse. I could change that. Okay. Yep. Apparently, they're all cursed, so this decide to wash the coins and put them back on the curse. Anyway, right. Something we still don't have a name for the necromancy instructor. And don't say Snape. It just seems obvious that it's Snape. A private club. They need a name. So the cult needs a name. And they all wear white masks and worship a skeleton. So it does sound like a necromancy group, doesn't it? But not really. Because wouldn't the necromancy group be more like, what did they animate him? But they probably animated the skeleton as opposed to worshipping it. So, maybe they are the skeleton crew. This is stupid. And I need a better name than the skeleton crew. The bone people. Order of the Bones. Invited Hazel to an event. If she would be accepted as a member. on the recommendation of the necromancy, or do you think that the necromancer has nothing to do with it? Or maybe does the necromancy teacher turn on us? But that's so obvious that the necromancer turned on us, doesn't it? What do they do? The necromancers, or have at least a, or at least dabble. Animating the skeleton. Maybe the skeleton just accepts everyone if they all bother to animate it. Interesting that you're a lifelong member. Would that be an afterlife member as well? I'm kind of put off by that afterlife member. I think that she doesn't join because Dumptruck runs off with some bones. Maybe Dumptruck attacks the bones. I mean, Dumptruck's not a dog, but maybe Dumptruck. Oh, Dumptruck do. Maybe Dumptruck pees on the skeleton. Or on the leader. Maybe Dumptruck chases something and causes havoc. She's allergic to bone dust. She could be allergic to grave dirt. Decides not to join. Had attended the suggestion of her necromancy instructor. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I mean, because Hazel doesn't know. Remember Hazel got that book. Maybe Hazel went because there was mention of the Order of the Bones in the book. And because the half of a book she has mentions the Order of the Bones. I've got to tie it all in here, people. Why do they mention the Order of the Bones? That's what she wanted to work out, because she only has half of book, she only has half information, and it's not like she's got a solid beginning half or the back half. It's more like they were fighting over it and the pages just kind of ripped and flew everywhere, so they gave it up pages. So they literally only have one page here, one page there kind of thing. It may not even be in the right order. But the Order of the Bones has maybe been around since the beginning. Which helped found the Academy. And still plays a part in its continuing in its continuance, in its governance. Maybe we should find out who the leader is. I think I've already pulled that one before. In that one. Oh my god, we just keep on pulling ones I've pulled before. Have I pulled the High Priestess yet? That seems fitting. The High Priestess Tarot card. Alright, so the High Priest. Pardon me. It's the second major arcana. So let's look at the book. It could be run by a ghost. Should we have it run by a ghost? Okay. They were one of the instructors in a previous life. They are not that old as it turns out to be a ghost. They're in ghost years. They're in their teens. Currently led by ghost in their teen ghost years. Because they were cursed at death. Oh, we don't know that. Interesting. And let's see which instructor they were. Huh. They were the arcane counselor. 10 years to be the arcane counselor. And they were patient and rigid. And wears lunar accessories. A name would be good, people. Oh, you want me to hydrate? Okay. I should have a name generator somewhere, shouldn't I? Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. So the arcane counselor. And they need a name. I think it should be a woman. What do you reckon? We need an ethereal kind of name. It's a name generator. And a name generator. Ooh. That's all categories. First name, middle name. Surname is optional. Feminine. Or ambiguous. It says the options are masculine, feminine, ambiguous, or Eva. Eva doesn't mean what they think it means. Generate a name. I can't pronounce that name. That's another one. Zoe Evangelista. What do you think? Or should we just go with Evangelista? Evangelista. Okay. Cool. Let's see. And what did we find out while we were there? Maybe I sent Dumptruck to go look through their headquarters while we were all out. Or they could have sent their friends. Maybe we went with Ronnie, who reads minds. I think we went with Ronnie, who reads minds, and Ronnie was like, I think we should leave. Yeah. No, Ronnie might not be able to be there. Because we were the only ones invited. So I would say something must have happened to cause a ruckus. I think Dumptruck got involved. Maybe the when we went to check out the skeleton, it had a piece of twine attached to the hand, and it was all fake. So it's not the real. So we figured it wasn't the real Order of the Bones. So we didn't bother joining. Now, did the real Order of the Bones approach us later? That's what I want to know. And let's see what the end of the year is for 3 to see if I can work it in there. Okay, what if the real one ended up marking Hazel and she finds a skull mark somewhere on her body? Oh, we'll do that with Dumptruck. Dumptruck! What does Dumptruck do? After the event, he licks her ankle. Dumptruck has a mark. I was going to say he was licking her ankle and found the mark on her then. Dumptruck joins Dumptruck. Excellent. After the event, like ringworm. After the event, Hazel finds a mark on his skin under his fur that looks suspiciously like a skull. Dun dun dun! Does Dumptruck have anything to say about that? What did Dumptruck do during this? He may have attended the event too. Okay. Does he like it? Does it feel weird? My skin feels prickly. My skin feels prickly. I feel stronger. Dun dun dun. Now that's 3, isn't it? So now we've got to do 3 for Perry. Okay, let's put mine aside. And pull out some cards for Perry. 1, 2, 3. Card number 1. 6 of Pentacles. Okay, well, it's showing up there. I'll just move it so I can read it better. What You found a skeleton key under a desk and couldn't find the owner. You pocketed the key. Over time, as you travelled with it, you realised it grew warmer and colder depending on where you were on campus. One day it grew so hot you could barely hold it. So you tried it in a nearby lock. The door opened and revealed a room full of moths. They took to the air immediately, fleeing the room. On the floor, a plaque read, "Do not release the prisoners of moonlight." For more information, see the catastrophe of and a scratched out unreadable year. When you researched this event, what did you learn, and did you try to stop it from happening again? What? God damn it, Perry. God damn it. What is it? The Six of Pentacles. Found skeleton key that got hot or cold around the academy. Got so hot, used it on nearby lock and released shit ton of moths on the floor that read, "Do not release the prisoners of moonlight." For more information, see the catastrophe of a scratched out unreadable year. So what did he learn? It sounds like Perry's the one who's learning that losing is bad. And Hazel's just oblivious. She's still thinking, I've got to win. I've got to, she doesn't know what the consequences are of not winning. She's just trucking along. What did you learn, and did you try to stop it from happening again? So what was the catastrophe? Should I draw a card from the Arcana? We have the Tower. Maybe that will help us. Let's have a look. The Tower tarot card. Sudden disruptive revelation and potentially destructive change. Okay. Apparently some tarot decks don't use this one. Tower is widely associated with danger, crises, sudden change, destruction, higher learning. This is a good one to pull for this one. And liberation. On top of this materialistic thought, being bought cheap, downcast. Misery, distress, indigence, adversity, calamity, distress, deception, ruin. There's a card in particular of unforeseen catastrophe. Okay. So obviously a great Right. So I did like that one up here. What was it associated? Destruction, higher learning, and liberation. Maybe someone tried to take down the academy previously, but failed. And because they were, well, maybe they were in the similar position as Perry and Hazel, and they found out something and tried to bring down the academy. So from the academy's point of view, they only blew up half of it. Maybe there was no one to power the academies mystical hiding force field that year. But why are the prisoners of Moonlight? Maybe the two rivals ended up working together to bring down the academy and were turned into moths and imprisoned there. What year did this happen in? I think Perry's filling in a lot of blanks in here because they're not the research is going to be doing. They're not going to be saying, "Wow, they found out the truth of the behind the academy." They've just described as enemies of the academy, basically. Decided to bring it down instead of participating. But failed. So instead they used someone of lesser. They were turned into moths and imprisoned. Maybe some of the academy was destroyed. It could be an unknown amount because they're not sure if the winners are exaggerating to and a different student was awarded lesser students less powerful students were awarded first and second place. The originals was imprisoned. So what year did this happen? I'm setting this in New Zealand, and the probably from the late 1800s onward would be a good date. So maybe something in the obviously before Hazel was born. Maybe but something in the last 60 years. So maybe 59 years ago or something. What's in the last 60 years? So we'll go for something. We'll go for 1970. Yeah. I don't think I'm. Maybe we should name them. Let's see. What are the options? What did I say the tower was? And it was number. Excuse me. 16. 60. I've had 16 before. Or maybe I've got different numbers mixed up. Let's go with one from Panthers and one from the Elements. And 21. 2, 3, 7, 4, 11. Someone from Celestials. Stubborn and honest is tired of authority. And the one from Panthers. 16 again. Oh, double again. The one from Panthers is... Huh. Brave and easygoing and adventurous. We would say, did they make it all the way to 4th year? I'd say they made it all the way to 4th year. So instead of taking their final exams, 4th year, and instead of taking exams, did this. Anyone come up with any names, or do you want me to use the name generator? I'll use the name generator. That was an interesting one. Phylofrostine. Nope, that's too hard. Oh my god, I can't pronounce these. That one was an E upside down. What the hell is going on? Oh my god. Okay. I've got one. Sibylla. And we need a dude. Settings. Need a dude's name. Masculine. Generator name. Anton. Okay. Alright. Okay, so that was Perry Hodder's card prompt 1. Is it all caps? I can't remember what I do. Yep, card prompt 1. So this is 2. Oh my god. Time we're at. Oh, we're almost up. We've got to hurry up. 4 of Pentacles. And we will bring in the PDF. 4 of Pentacles. Okay. 4th year asked you to attend a converging of houses party. The party was limited mostly 4th years, but 3rd years were allowed if invited. You told a friend about the event and they warned you not to eat or drink anything while there. What do you remember? What do you wish you could forget? And which friend warned you about the party and how did they know what might happen? Wow, okay. Which one is this? 4 of Pentacles. Went to a 4th year party. Was warned not to eat or drink anything. What do you remember? What do you wish you could forget? Who warned you and how did they know? Alright. I have an idea on her. I think Ronnie did. I mean, I know Ronnie is a friend of Hazel's, but that doesn't mean that Ronnie isn't, you know. Did I say what thing Ronnie was from. Ronnie is... I never said what house Ronnie was in. Ronnie could just, but if Ronnie knows stuff, Ronnie would tell Hazel, so maybe not Ronnie. Because Hazel's still in the dark here. Okay. Let's draw a major arcana and see how disastrous this is. Oh, it's judgment. Judgment tarot card. That is number 20. Judgment, rebirth, inner cooling, absolution, karma, causality, casualty, causality, second chance. It's meant to be an angel, but I guess, I don't know. Alternative decks. In Aleister Crowley's Thoth Tarot, judgment is referred to as the Aeon and includes pictorial representations of Nuit, Hittite, and Rahu Kuit and Hippocrates. This doesn't say anything. Change of position, renewal, outcome. Another account specifies total loss through lawsuit. Okay. Get rid of that. We'll look up the friend. It could be his ghost friend. Or a different ghost friend. Should it be his ghost friend? 5, 6, 10. I've got 14 again. A really old alchemist. Interesting. Or it could be the who was the ghost friend last time? I think we should just bring him back. It's always good to, tie them back in. Who was the ghost friend of Perry's? Was it first year that it happened? Might have been second year. Let's look up ghost. Ghost follows you for weeks, finally captured by magic. I tell you, a traitor hunts you. How do you know the ghost is... Oh, we didn't even find the traitor. Maybe it's Rufus. Maybe Rufus really wants to get back at Perry. First time the circle, maybe he needs to beat our eye on him. Okay, so we never really found out, is what I'm gathering. It was a ghost. The first year with Perry was the class clown, but also reclusive. We never named him. Let's give him a name. Jamil. How does Jamil sound? Or maybe not. Jamil. Something I can pronounce. Wow, they're getting even longer and weirder. Graham. Let's go with Graham. No, it's too old. Oh my god. Siegfried. No. Matt. Matt is good. Matt. Matt. We'll give him a double T. Okay, so we'll go back to Matt. So he was the first year with Perry. So it's got to be something he's... Matt, the ghost, has seen it happen before, maybe? Or maybe he heard it from the other ghosts. Other ghosts. as they all go to watch. Either condemn it, enjoy the show. I don't know how to spell condemn. Here we go. And he wanted to warn Perry. Okay, so Perry knew, but did he actually eat or drink anything? What does he remember? It's got to be some kind of hazing ritual, right? Maybe they judged them for their sins or something. Some kind of weird... Or do they let the ghosts possess them? Since I've brought ghosts there. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I think that they... eating or drinking the food. But why would they do that? Oh, I think there's a farcical courtroom. The 30 years that were brought are all brought forward with charges and judged. Judged accordingly. Do you wish you could forget? What else is there in the Judgment Tarot card? Change your position, renew outcome. Total loss through lawsuit. Karma. Absolution and a calling, rebirth, judgment, second chance. It's interesting because it's going in through the description. It says it's a traditional scene is modelled after Christian imagery of the resurrection and last judgment. An angel is depicted among the clouds blowing a great trumpet, from which hangs the flag of St. George, with references to 1 Corinthians 15, a group of resurrected people, man, woman, and child, of sallow complexion, stand, arms spread, looking up at the angel in awe. The sleeping dead are emerging from crypts of graves, calling back to Revelation 20, where the sea gives up its dead. There are snow-covered mountains in the background, indicating a winter theme similar to the Hermit as a symbolic ending. Wow, okay, so it could do something with the ghosts. Maybe what do you wish you could forget? Maybe the penalties for being guilty. Maybe they made them fight each other. Okay. No, this is getting too weird for me. Judgment. What do you wish you could forget? Perry would wish he could forget something that he saw, obviously. Maybe it was something he wasn't supposed to see. What's something you're not supposed to see, people? People naked is something you don't always want to see. That there are ghosts there watching the judgment. Maybe there was a ghost he saw that he wished he could forget. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I think I'm going to come back to it later. I'm going to move on. Card prompt 3. Otherwise, we're going to be here even later. Card prompt 3 is the Page of Pentacles. So, the Page of Pentacles. Scroll back down to that one. Oh, I could click on it. So, what's the page? Ah, here we go. It's on the bottom left there. One of your classes took you into the forest surrounding the campus for a faculty-guided field trip. The woods are full of dangerous creatures, and this was your chance to learn more about them safely. While the trip was fine, on your way back to the school you saw a vision of the academy collapsing. The dust from the collapse swallowed you, whispering, "You'll never escape." When you blinked, the towers stood once more. What did you study in the woods? Who joined you? And what have you concluded from the vision? God damn it, Perry! Hazel is so in the dark. Okay, into the forest for a field trip. Learn about dangerous creatures. So a vision of the academy. Whispered. Never escape. So when you blink, it disappeared. What do we need to put in there? What did you study in the woods? Who was there? What do you conclude from the vision? Alright. Let's find out what we studied. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to roll for it. And the options are 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Something bird-like and leathery. And it likes happiness but dislikes open spaces. It's interesting. I need a name for this creature. Bird-like creature. Is leathery. Preys on happiness, rather. But dislikes open spaces. So that's why it likes the forest, I guess. I don't know what we can call it. We can give it a name later. Who else was there? Who was there? We need some friends. We have a 4th year substitute instructor who's rude. We'll say it's a teacher's assistant, instructor assistant. I'll get a name for him in a moment. I'll call him Vladimir. Who else? I like this one. Someone from the Celestials was also in the same class. And I want her to... She has a secret. Do we want to know? Do you think Perry knows what her secret is? And she is... Self-confident and prideful, while misguided, usually right. Maybe this is his Hermione. Let's get a name for her. Catherine. Okay. Do we need any more? It's probably the Beastmaster teacher, but yeah. And what did I conclude from the vision? Right. I think... Didn't we say he has something where he has dreams? Is that what we put in as... I don't think we put in there. We could say that... I think we did say he has dreams. Dreams that are sometimes pathetic. Okay. So... I was just wondering if the dream... The vision that he had... Is it a vision of the future? Or is it a vision of the thing from earlier when part of it was destroyed? That's the thing. I think he's unsure. Because it doesn't look... The towers that he saw didn't look exactly the same as what they do now. But he's not sure if that's because that's what they looked like in the past before they were destroyed, or if, you know, in the next few years they get it. He's not sure. Not sure if it's what happened in the 70s. If it will happen. Or if he's even prophesizing his own death. Okay, so that is it. We have year end. Let me just see how I do year end. Okay. Year end. The year end, people. And then we can end the session. Alright, the year end is this one over here. So, when you finish the 3-year material, shuffle the major arcana goes back into the deck. Okay. And the year... This year closed out with the alumni-hosted Masquerade Ball, a 6-hour formal event celebrating the achievements of Brackroot's graduates. It was your chance to network, party, and fully embrace the magical world that could await you. Who did you attend the ball with? Who did you dance with? Who was escorted out? Who did you bury to get here? What? Who was found murdered in the hall? Wow. Is that all of the questions? Yep, okay. Hoi. Okay, people. Masquerade Ball. Was it the Alumni Masquerade Ball? Alumni hosted Masquerade Ball. Alumni hosted Masquerade Ball. 6-hour formal event. Okay. Okay, people. Got a lot of questions to answer. Who attended with? Who did you dance with? Who did you bury to get here? Oh, that's a weird one. And who was found murdered in the hall? Wow. Guys. It's the who did you bury to get here one is the weird one out of all of these. Who did we go to the ball with? Did we go last time we were invited to a dance with Perry Hodder and he stood us up. So we're just going to go with our friends, and Hazel's friends are Raven, Rufus, and Ronnie, I guess. Hazel went with Raven, Rufus, and Ronnie. Perry went. Did Perry go? Did Perry go? Did we bury Perry to get here? I'm gonna roll. Evens. Perry goes. Perry did not go. Perry did not go. Yes, something Hazel's got that Perry doesn't. Did not go. Who did we dance with? Almost everyone? No, we're an introvert. Is Hazel still an introvert? I think people would insist on dancing with Hazel because they know who she is. I don't know whether or not she had fun with it, but practically everyone dance. And she did, sometimes reluctantly. She would be very tired of this. Who did she bury to get here? I think did she actually bury Perry to get here? Did she do something to sabotage him attending? I think she kind of wanted to get some revenge here. I think, did she use magic to do it? Did she get him sick? Or did she trap him in a room? Or turn him into something? The magician. I think she used her magic to stop him from coming. She used her magic on him. What kind of magic? Did she trap him in a room? But then he would have access to whatever was in the room. Did he get turned into something? Or did she magically entrap him? Or did she get him lost magically? Or did she do something to Dumptruck, like made him bigger and have him chase Perry around? That's a good question. Do you guys have any suggestions there? While I roll to find out who was murdered in the hall. Because I've got a list of alumni somewhere. It's disappeared. Where did the list go? There we go. How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ascended Stacy Gummere, Dean of Necromancy and Visions. So our favorite instructors, Hazel's favorite instructors. Boss? I need to give the necromancy instructor a name. Grimaldo? Azamat, which is funny because Azamat's from Dice Legends. Gilbert, Sargon, Ian, Necrom, Alfred, Desbog, Crescentius. I do like Crescentius. Let's call him Crescentius. Where is he? Crescentius. To Crescentius. Okay. Alright. How did she fuck over Perry? She couldn't forget him standing her up. So she uses her magic to what? To make him sleep through the whole thing? Or she could have turned him invisible. But then he could still do shenanigans. Okay, maybe she fed him a potion. Yeah? Oh, that's Dumptruck. I was wondering why I had the 7 of Pentacles out. It's Dumptruck. I'm gonna put that over there. Okay. So I believe that's everything, right? The only thing I didn't fill in is what he wanted to forget. During the judgment, what was his charges that he was brought up for? Maybe they found out that he'd gone through his everyone's belongings because the ghosts testified. Of his first year as the ghosts testified against him. It's more like what he wants other people to forget. So now there's he has a reputation of being untrustworthy. Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. I like that. Everyone happy with that? I think that's good. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll end it there. We will be back for the final year of Tangled Blessings. Of find out the who graduates, who doesn't, if Perry or if Hazel ends up being first at the academy, who ends up being second, if they end up powering the smokescreen device that hides the academy from the rest of the world, or if they take the academy down and work together, overcome their rivalry. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and you like my little hat? I like my little hat. It's cool. I don't know if I'd wear it out and about though. And yep, that's it. I guess I'll just wave awkwardly on the bye-bye button. Bye. Bye-bye. Oh, actually, we forgot to do end of year for Dumptruck. Oh my god, Dumptruck. Let's quickly do Dumptruck. His end of year is your relationship with your student changed this year. What happened and how do you feel about them now? Well, he's got the marks, so maybe it's made him feel different. Maybe he can do. Maybe he has an army of dead mice. Maybe he's become a necromantic cat. The magic, the mark, has it's affecting him. And so he is changing. This is the cat of the dark arts. How does he feel about Hazel? This didn't change this year. Or is it just the fact that the magic from the academy is changing him? Or was there an event? I think that, what has she done this year? She has gone to that event. He has gotten that mark. He feels prickly and stronger. There was a ghost. There was the curse. Maybe he just came to join her, or because he thought she's, she gives me nice foods. When he first came with her to the academy, and now it seems like she's doing weird stuff, going fearless. There's more magic this year, so maybe they're they're no longer, maybe starting to think more independently. He's growing up. He's now a teenager, a rebellious teenager. Treats. Well, tempting. Yeah. No longer sees her as his mother. Perhaps they are equals. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's cool. We'll go for that. Okay, now I will wave awkwardly while we do bye-bye. Bye.